Hello my mothlings and welcome back to my channel. Quite unfortunately, this year's ArtFight has just come to an end. I wanted to make a video similar to my video last year that I made on this event, or I guess videos, and yeah, I know, I'm really late. Anyways, I want to highlight everything from my preparation process to every attack I created and received. Thankfully, I still have a small enough audience that I can still easily go through my attacks and say a good long paragraph about each piece I get, so I will be doing that when we get to that part of the video. But first, I'm going to talk about the preparation I did. I think my preparation for this year's ArtFight was better than last year's, but definitely could have been better. For starters, I only updated 5 of my characters, kept 1 because the reference didn't need updating, and hid or archived a whopping total of 8 characters. I think the ones I archived just had poor designs or were from fandoms I'm not really all that active in anymore, or both. For reference sheets, I decided not to go all out with them, and instead went for a, for lack of a better term, chibi style. This helped me focus on aesthetics of the references and also get them done a lot quicker than how a long full body reference would have taken. I was also going through an art style crisis right before the start of ArtFight, and I think I quickly realized my art style is not as horrendous as I thought it was. I just needed to practice some things and make sure to revise parts of my art when I don't think they look good. I also ended up discovering how helpful the symmetry tool is. For my finished reference sheets, I got my main Sona done, my updated fursona, Owen, Joseph, Jasper, and Elizabeth. I don't like Owen's reference, and I definitely plan on updating it, and probably the same thing with Jasper. I think I'm pretty okay with the other reference sheets I made, and I hope I still like those ones next year because I gotta focus on updating my other 4 characters that have been neglected this year. Also, I had completely revamped my OC's stories and their designs. Anyways, that's all I have to say for this section of the video. I'm now going to go over every art piece I received this year. The number of attacks I got this year are a little small in comparison to what I got last year. Am I upset about that at all? Well, actually, no. Last year, from what I remember, I got a total of 27 attacks, and it was insane. It wasn't too much for me, of course, but I think the only reason I really got all of those attacks was because I had a video that got very popular around the time of ArtFight last year. It doesn't really matter though, because I still got a total of 13 attacks, which still makes me incredibly happy. I'm gonna go over each attack in order of which I got them throughout the event. The first attack I got this year was of my persona from one of my Discord members, Gyutaro_simp78. Sorry if I mispronounced that. I think when I got this attack, I was with my boyfriend, and we both thought it was really funny. This person has also made fan art for me with other memes like this, and they're all super duper peak. Overall, this is a great first attack for the year, and I got to do a revenge for it, which was awesome sauce. The second attack I got this year was of my character Elizabeth from Feral Fangirl Goes Wild. I genuinely shed a tear when I got this attack. I just love the background and the lighting. I also love the detail of the eyes in the background that are looking at her, and it's overall so amazing. I really adore how many people pay attention to little details for the characters they're attacking. I think it adds a lot more thought into attacks like these ones, and I'm so grateful for this. Thank you so much for this attack. My fourth attack I got was a revenge from one of my best buds, Ghost Barista. This is a drawing of my 2 characters, Owen and Joseph. I really love how this one came out, especially the detail in the moon and in Joseph's hair. This attack is super duper cool, and I'm so honored to have gotten it from my buddy. The 5th attack I received this year was of my pony Sona from Hatchet_draws. I'm gonna be honest, I was not expecting any attacks for Flamestar, but thankfully I was wrong. I was incredibly happy when I saw this, and I'm so glad I got to see some art of him. I love the way this person drew his cloak, as well as the detail in the wings. I love seeing this attack, and I'm so grateful to have gotten it. The 6th attack I got was from another one of my friends, Willow Universe, and it is a drawing of my Sona. The next 3 attacks are of my Sona, by the way, just want to put that out there. I love this drawing so much. I especially love getting traditional artworks for this event because I feel like I don't really see that much anymore. I also love the expression, and it's just in general like super cute. I love it so much, thank you. The 7th attack I received was from bbomb_cherries. I'm not even quite sure where to start with this one. The way it's shaded is very satisfying to look at, especially the way the hair, eyes, and clock were shaded. I also really like that they added nail polish to his hands. I think they go really well with the rest of his outfit, and I might incorporate that into his design myself. Also, spoiler alert, this person did a whopping 3 attacks for me, so this is just one of many peak attacks I got from them. The next attack was also from them, and it was another attack of my persona. I also adore the background for this one, and again, the way they drew my Sona was absolutely adorable. At this point, I was getting extremely excited in the comments, and I was super worried I wouldn't be able to revenge them. We'll get into that a little later though. Anyways, thank you so much for these 2 attacks. My next attack was another one of Elizabeth from my friend V4K, and when I tell you I screamed when I got this attack, bro. I freaked out because I had no idea she attacked me, and I got so excited. A lot like the other attack I got for Elizabeth, this one definitely used the eye detail to its advantage, which again made it look so cool. I'm genuinely so amazed with this piece, and still to this day I'm super impressed. Thank you so much for this attack. My 10th attack was another one from bbomb_cherries. This one is a drawing of my character Jasper and their Sono bbomb in their jester outfit, or clown outfit. I'm not really sure if there's a difference. Anyways, I love seeing these two characters interact, and it definitely gave me some inspo for a revenge drawing. My 11th attack was an animated mass attack from Acidic Clown. I thought this animation was so cute. I loved all the characters in it, and I especially liked the characters my Sona was paired with. This was an amazing attack to get, and I'm honored that someone did an animation for me and so many other people. Thank you so much. My 12th attack was a revenge for my buddy Harpy Hairs, or on ArtFight, Smarties_Narties. This is a bona fide attack of Elizabeth, and I was so happy when I got this. I don't think this has been made too terribly obvious yet, but my favorite animals are bunnies, and I thought this was absolutely adorable. I love this attack so much, and I'm so grateful I got it. My 13th and final attack was a drawing of my Fursona from Red Ring Doctor. This person attacked my Fursona last year as well, before I changed the design for it completely. I absolutely love this drawing, but I feel so bad because I got it on the very last day and definitely did not have time to revenge them. Thankfully though, I have at least one of their characters bookmarked and plan on revenging them next year. Thank you so much for this attack. That was all the attacks I received this year. Again, I'm so grateful for all the beautiful art I got this year. Please follow the people on ArtFight and on their other socials. I will be leaving a Google Doc in the description with each person's ArtFight accounts and their socials as well. I know putting a Google Doc might seem a little bit much, but trust me, it'll make the description way less crowded. Anyways, thank you to these fantastic artists. I can't wait to see you guys next year. Now let's move on to the attacks I made this year. I got a good 10 attacks done this year, only one less than last year, but I'm hoping next year I can set a goal of about 15 attacks and reach it. Unlike last year, I was pretty satisfied with all my attacks I made. Some of them are more liked by me than others, of course, and I definitely know which ones I don't like as much, but overall, they looked way better than the ones I did last year, and honestly, as long as they're not as bad as those, I don't mind some of my attacks being a bit weird. I definitely found myself struggling a lot with the backgrounds, which you will see in a lot of these speed paints. At least the ones with the backgrounds. Each speed paint is going to be about 2 minutes long, and there might be some extra time at the end of my commentary on each attack, so you can just enjoy the rest of it. Or skip it, whatever you feel like. The first attack I made this year was on Zilf's character Sunset. I really like this character a lot, especially the amount of detail, but oh man, was it difficult to draw. But that means it was good practice, and it came out decently well. The only con was that I wasn't sure if things on her head were bunny ears or horns. I decided to go with horns because once I start something, I can't really stop, and even after I privately messaged Zilf, I couldn't stop myself from finishing the drawing. Thankfully, I was right and I didn't have to worry about fixing it, but it was definitely something I was worried about. I don't think I like the background I made all that much. I feel like that's still something I really need to work on with these, because recently I've been trying to cook up some really good backgrounds just for them to turn out kind of crappy. Otherwise though, I think this was a pretty good start to ArtFight, and I'm really glad the creator liked it and decided to revenge me. The second attack I made this year was my friend Ghost Barista's character Ghost. I definitely had a whole lot of fun with this one, even though it was just a bust shot of Ghost. I feel like it came out super well. I think this might have been one of the first drawings I played around with the symmetry ruler, which was actually super helpful. I used that a lot during the rest of the event, and I'm still using it a lot for headshots and stuff. I think my favorite part of making this attack was the rendering. I feel very proud of myself for it, and I especially adore the eyes. Another thing I've been doing a lot is getting backgrounds from Pinterest or other places and using the mosaic effect. I think it worked really well for this drawing, and it's much better than using something else like a blur effect. Overall, awesome character, really proud of the drawing, and glad that my friend liked it and gave me an amazing revenge. My third attack of the year was a revenge to Gyutaro Simp of their Deltarune character Polly. I love this character, but I'm gonna be honest, this drawing did not come out the way I was hoping. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what I was going for, but I guess it just doesn't look right to me. I'm gonna say some things I enjoyed about the process though, since I'm going to avoid being a Debbie Downer. I really liked drawing the antenna and the chest fluff. The antenna was especially fun to render, and I think shading the skin was also pretty fun. I think I definitely could have improved on the wings and some parts of the hair. I'm hoping Polly's creator keeps his character up so I can redeem myself next year. Thank you once again to Guitaro Simp for the first attack, and I'm really glad that you like this. My fourth attack of the year was another revenge to Feral Fangirl Goes Wild of their character Willow. I'm not a big fan of the anatomy on this one. I wish I worked a bit harder to make it look a little better, but I will say I absolutely love the color palette for Willow's character. I think her design in general is really appealing to me, and I really like the background I did as well. I've been experimenting a lot with the overlay effect when it comes to backgrounds, and as I already said before, I've been using the mosaic effect a lot as well. The image of the wings looked really cool because of the overlay effect. Another thing I liked about making this was the raccoon tail part of the hair. I will say it was a bit difficult to add shading to and whatnot, but it was super fun to use the smudge tool for it, and I think it came out super cool. I'm really glad I got to make this revenge, and again, I'm so grateful for the original attack. The fifth attack I made this year was a mass attack to Smarties_Narties' character Harpy, Izzy the Little Mouse's character Haze, and Cater Blues' character Orchid. The other bun is my persona. I wanted to draw a bunch of bunny characters hanging out because, as previously mentioned, they are my favorite animal. This is definitely one of, if not my favorite attack I made this year. All the characters came out really well, and I feel like the background was pretty well done too. I will say it definitely got tedious when I realized I had to spend, multiple hours per day to render each character, but it was so rewarding in the end. I also enjoyed coloring the line art a lot, and in general just adored every character design so much. I'm really glad the people who were a part of this attack liked it, and I'm glad I got to make it. The sixth attack I made this year was a revenge to Hadret_Draws' character Matchbox. This is an OC for the game Little Nightmares, which I thought was super cool. I really like the character's design, and even though I've never played the game, I feel like it matches the vibe I get from it pretty well. I struggled the most with the sketch part of the drawing because I was initially trying to do some perspective stuff, and I eventually just gave up on that because it kind of just looked like her head was super big. I don't love how this came out, especially because I don't even really know what I was trying to do with her hand placement, so it looks sort of weird to me, I guess, but I still did really enjoy making this piece, and I hope the creator of Matchbox likes how it came out. My seventh attack of the year was a revenge I did on V's character, Seraphine. I was very worried when I started this because I wanted to make the coolest drawing ever, and I didn't know if my art skill could do all that well with a character like this. To be more specific, I was really worried about her mask, which I did end up giving up on in the end because it was really difficult to make it look cool for my style. One of the details I loved about this character was that she made a deal with a double-headed snake, and because of that she has venom that is slowly killing her. I wanted to incorporate that detail into the drawing, so I put the double-headed snake into it and added some venom splatters in the background. You'll also see that once I gave up on the mask, I scribbled over her face and I made the lines the color of her venom. Overall, this piece came out decently well, and I'm glad V liked it. My eighth attack of the year was yet another revenge to Willow Universe's character, Cloudy. Cloudy's character has 3 different variants to her color palette, and last year I drew the purple one. This year I decided I would do the same thing as a revenge, but instead do her more blue variant, and save the last one for next year. I just did a headshot of this character because at this point I was rushing to get things done, but I really enjoyed making this nonetheless. The palette was so satisfying to work with, especially while rendering, and I really liked what I did with the background. I also loved the eye sparkle in the reference image being a cloud, so of course I had to add that little detail into my attack. I really like how this came out, and I'm really glad my buddy Willow did too. The 9th attack I made this year was for bbomb_cherries' persona bbomb. Now, if you guys remember, I got a total of 3 attacks from this person. I knew I wouldn't be able to make 3 whole revenges for them before the end of the event, so I decided, why not do a cute interaction between their Sona's Jester outfit and my character Elizabeth? This was a super great idea, and I enjoyed making this a whole lot. Especially with the cherry design on bbomb's outfit, I thought it was super clever. Cherries also happen to be my favorite fruit, believe it or not. I really like the idea of Elizabeth and bbomb interacting with each other because on bbom's description it says that they are really energetic and passionate. Meanwhile, Elizabeth is very quiet and not very expressive. But I knew that contrast in character would make a really good pairing. I feel like it especially resonates with me because I love listening to people talk, but I'm not exactly great at responding. However, I have a lot of friends who love yapping, and they know I kind of just like to listen most of the time, so it's a win-win for both of us. I will say I didn't like how the chairs or table came out, like, at all, but that doesn't matter. I'm so glad bbomb liked this revenge, and I'm honored to have made it for them. My 10th and final attack for this year of ArtFight was one last revenge on Acidic Clown's awesome character Ray. Now that I look back on it, if I had more time to do something cooler, I probably would have done either a full body drawing of this character or maybe a cute animated blinking icon, since this person did make a huge animated mass attack. I'm hoping I'll get at least one animated attack done next year, so maybe I'll come back for Ray, who knows. I really like the color palette for this character. I feel like pink is a really fun color to work with, especially when shading, and the other colors like the purple and the blue went really well with his design. Something I couldn't really get off my mind throughout making this though was that he really reminded me of Kitty Chano Afton's OC if she had been gender bent and had partially pink fur. Regardless of that though, I absolutely love Ray, and I'm very proud of how this came out. That's all the attacks I did this year. I really enjoyed making all of these, even if I liked some more than others. I hope I can get a little bit more done next year, but honestly, it's chill if I don't. That's all I have for this video, so let's move on to the outro. Overall, I think I really enjoyed ArtFight this year, and I'm so super excited for next year. It's kind of sad to see how many people are saying that their ArtFight was bad, or how many people I see working themselves to death because they want to meet a goal they set for themselves. There isn't anything wrong with goal setting, of course, but since this is just a fun annual online game, I don't think people should be overworking themselves if they don't think they can meet the goal. That's all I have to say for this video, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, my mothlings.